stories of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business, and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside.
Good morning, Skippy.
We are back.
Happy August 11th. And first of all, real quick, good morning, Bernie and Steve. I want to say a quick, very happy 43rd birthday to Christopher Keener. Happy birthday, sir.
He's only
Co-owner.
3?
I know he looks at least 10 years older, doesn't he?
He's pretty near 60, it looks like. I could put my guy against your. We could put pictures of my guy and your guy up together, and I swear it'd be close.
Chris, you don't listen to a word he's saying.
Listen to
You are a spry spring chicken.
Sure he is. Sure he is. Absolutely. Yeah, he's a spry chicken, all right.
I hate Facebook ads right now.
Okay.
Whatever change they made in the last month or so, where now it takes at least a day for them to approve ads.
Very true.
Where it used to be like an hour or 2 hours.
So you're saying
Doesn't do me well. I don't post until today
Right.
for my weekly post. So, but it won't get approved until tomorrow at the earliest, more than likely. So, kind of annoying. I think we had one day it didn't get approved until like Thursday. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Let's see what we got here. Why are we all number one in the chat? I feel like I'm number one. Because Steve beat you, so he got the tag, and then you overtook. So there you go. Good morning, Fran. Good morning, Justin. Good morning, everybody. I'm so glad you're all here today. Jason.
It's just a love fest here.
Jason, I hope that you are very ready to talk about your crazy week and a half stretch that you had, that you did like $100 million in sales with all your events and things. We will get to you in just a minute. Skippy doesn't even remember talking to you about it.
I don't remember what I did. Actually, I do. Finally, I do remember what I did 20 minutes ago.
So I think he had projected it was like $28,000 in catering over a week and a half plus events.
Well, so he did at least 28,000.
I think that's what it was, yeah. We'll get there in a little bit. Yeah. Good for him.
Did I ever tell you what was wrong?
I'm guessing you didn't do 28,000?
No. You can fuck the fuck right up. But
yeah, you cut the cable, I think is what you said.
No. A chipmunk ate the cable.
Oh.
Chipmunk. Did you know Xfinity charges a $100 fee to come out now?
Doesn't surprise me.
Didn't know that. Didn't know that at all.
It's a good thing you are made of money.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too.
You are not made of money?
No, definitely not made of money today. Definitely. Listen, let's just get into it. Let's get into it. We've been gone for freaking 100 weeks now. We barely done this we haven't done this at all this month, I think.
That would be accurate, yes.
Told you, memory not so good at the moment.
That would be accurate. So what are we getting into?
Well, I'm trying to do a speed test on my internet and it says, oops, not allowed to. Anyway, it says we're off. Okay. Was the last time we did something? Was this we need
two weeks ago? It was the last week of July.
Oh, last week of July.
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
July 29th or something like that. Whatever that date was.
July was. I mean, we took a week off, but July was by far our slowest week, our slowest month.
It was so slow, it felt like a week.
Okay, so we just the whole I fucking swear.
We are off to a vigorous pace.
I was 92% ready. It's that 8% that screws everything up. Anyway, it was definitely. I'll tell you what. It was definitely our lowest month. That's absolutely for sure. Last month. Here we go. So last month, for the month of July, gross sales.
Any minute now,
37.5 gross sales.
All right. That's not too bad.
I don't like the shop anymore. Okay, I'm gonna throw it out there.
You don't like the thing that's making you money this year?
It's not. That's the problem. It's snot is what it is. It's snot. So going into this whole thing, we're going to get off on a tangent and talk shop talk, since this is all stuff you have to know too, that you probably already knew, and I just went into it head first and hope for the best. So yes, I am, as of right now, I'm about $1,000 away from hitting my entire sales from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Excellent. Sounds great.
Awesome.
Yep.
Up 75% for the year. Freaking great.
But
it took me a second to realize, or it took me, till now to realize how much I'm actually paying for that space. Okay. Between rent, utilities, which I don't have my own meter or water meter, gas meter, electric meter, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I agreed to pay 40%, which I think is way too high. But anyway, with payroll and everything, it's like $6,000 a month, which for a commercial space, not at all horrible. And I'm not saying that, like, pretty affordable if you, in the grand scheme of things.
Mm-hmm. You said that's with labor?
Yes. Well, I do. Not including me, but because I work a lot by myself.
No, I'm just clarifying. That's what I thought I heard.
Including labor.
Okay.
Now, when we were open Wednesday and Thursday until 8 instead of just now for lunch, it was probably closer to 7,000. But anyway, so I've done research on our sales trends and what sells and what doesn't sell. I didn't know they can howl. Holy crap.
Oh, they can howl.
Oh, boy. And sweet. Oh, that's great. Ooh. Squirrel.
I don't see anything.
Anyway, so
continue.
What sells on the food truck and what sells in the shop are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
I sell a lot more bulk sales or meat plates or whatever than I sell sandwiches. And obviously, we both know you make a shit ton more money on sandwiches than you do meat plates.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I change my menu and drop meat plates, which I can't because that's what a lot of people come in for. I'm not seeing the bank account like go up as much as if I were hitting these sales with the food truck.
Right.
And it's frustrating because I can see the sales there, but it's just frustrating that I'm not seeing. If it was a food truck, it'd be going like this.
You're doing more sales, but not making more money.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Physical spaces are expensive. They're a lot to run.
Well, and like
that's why restaurant owners are pissed off at us when we pull up next to their restaurants, because every person that we steal from them, hurts a little bit more.
So I was talking to Fran, mom, on the chat, not on the chat. I actually called her, and I said, it's like I thought going into this, I'd be able to do like one extra catering a month and it would pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's true, but like I didn't account for everything else. Like my portion of the electric bill was almost $700 last month, and I have a like a 425 square foot space. So not having an electric meter, I don't know what I'm actually using.
Mhm.
So I think I'm way overpaying on that, which would
Keep in mind that commercial rates are higher than residential rates too, typically.
You tell them. Tell you.
My home electric bill was over $600 last month.
The highest my home electric bill's ever gotten was like $720.
Yeah.
And I had the heat on in my. I think I had the heat on in my trailer and the warmer and something else on because I had an event and something like that. But no, I've never had that bad. Or that high or over that. It shouldn't. Yeah. What I'm paying for there for my small space shouldn't include my 2,600 square foot house.
Right, I know, but you are paying more per kilowatt. Yeah. Also, more than likely.
Fuck the energy companies. Anyway,
put up a solar panel. Yeah. Run off your generator. Put in a transfer switch. Run off your generator.
By the way, speaking of generators, yesterday was when it was 102 inside my trailer.
Mm-hmm.
That was without the warmer on because it was 102. My generator quit 5 times.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was just because it was in straight sunlight and straight heat and it was just boiling.
It probably got too hot. Yeah.
I'd go out after like 2 or 3 minutes and restart it. It was fine. It'd run for a half hour and then I'd shut it down. And then finally, we were there until 5. It ran from like 3:30 to 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a fuel. It wasn't. I've changed the oil recently. Like, I probably need to change or clean out the spark resistor. But
is that a Predator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was away from the. It was even away from the wind. The wind
mm-hmm.
was blowing towards the opposite side, so it would take the exhaust. It wasn't like blowing in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had every window open I possibly could, and I sweat through 2 shirts.
Yeah.
I had to change.
Yeah, I think we've hit 120 in ours. Back when we were,
except for the big one,
when we were using the stovetop for our steam table, we'd have those 4 burners rolling. So yeah, it'd get nice and steamy in there. But yeah. Excuse me, Jason with Bernie's says, having a space, you need to run food cost and budgets weekly or monthly. Pull your P&L and make time to dive in. Only way to save pennies. He says his electric went from $350 to $900 this month. Less usage, cost is way up.
Well, he showed me his. He's got like a church.
But and keep in mind that what you're paying is for the previous month. So that's the first bill that has summer rates included. So summer rates are always higher. And all of your usage, unlike your house, all of your usage is happening during peak hours.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you're getting double dinged, for summer rates and then everything being heat on peak hours. So, and there's nothing you can do about it as a business owner. It's just one of those things that you have to be open during peak hours because that's when everybody's doing things. So
I don't know. It's like the shop is fun because I like talking to people. I like seeing people sit down. The majority of our orders are takeout. So it's like, could I go find a piece of land and just drop a shipping container on there and just do a takeout thing? But then you have the older people, like you obviously know because you've been there. You order at the counter, you go sit down, and we bring it to you. This week I had 3 older couples order at the counter. I gave them their drinks. They asked for a cup and a straw, which I gave them a cup and I told them to go to the cafe for a straw. And I brought their food out and they left their stuff there. They didn't take care of it, which is fine. Mm-hmm. Okay, big deal. And then they left a $3 tip on the table. I'm like, I appreciate it. Okay, that's fine. Mm-hmm. just like, oh, okay. There's still those people. All right, good.
Yeah, there's lots of those people. I mean, Unless I see bus containers on trash cans, I'm leaving my stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I mean, outside of, McDonald's and all those, but like Panera has very clearly marked on the trash cans containers for your dishes.
Yeah.
So unless I see that and there's no clear direction for what I'm supposed to do with my stuff, especially if it's not all disposable stuff, I'm leaving it.
So we also made a big change that I thought I was going to get a lot of heat from.
Mm-hmm.
We changed our sauce policy. We no longer have a la carte sauces because I caught no less than 4 people basically emptying the bottle of sauce into their own Tupperware container. And I told one of them, I said, hey, like, I got to charge you for that. He's like, but I'm not using your containers. I said, I understand, but that's what the containers are for. So I know, like, what goes out. I said, I would have been less offended if you just stole the bottle. Just do it. So we are packaging sauce. If it's a big party, I have a sauce caddy, so I'll bring it out to their table.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't even do sauce on the tables anymore. It's gotten through, like, we were going through 3 gallons of sauce a week, and we all know how much a pallet of that sauce is.
I'm like 1.5 gallons a day.
You also have $1 million in sales, so shut up.
I just put in an order for another pallet.
Jesus H.
Oh.
Doing this should be okay. Like, I've even labeled the top of the things. It'll be a lot easier for my people to be able to. I even put it on the POS. They can pick what, or on their online ordering, they can pick what sauce they want, and they tells them how many they get.
Excellent.
I think it's working. I think once I told people the reason, I didn't get any heat.
Yeah, I think most people are usually okay with it.
There was a lot of, like, I said, do you want sauce on it or on the side? And they look over and they're like, oh, you don't have it there anymore. I'm like, no, sorry. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And that's pretty much the reason we stopped putting it out at the truck. We used to have it on a table on a pump.
Yeah. And
it was just so much sauce people were putting on stuff. So
I'm like, do you want some meat with your sauce? Like, and here's the thing: is we obviously love the fact that they love our sauce, right? I mean, they love it. I tell people it's not like anything they ever had already, so it's like they love it. But it's just like, let it go, people. Let's just let it go. Enjoy your meat first.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we didn't really do a whole hell of a lot. Sorry, it's all bird all the time right now.
It's been 15 minutes, dude. You're fine.
I love it. Thank you.
It's nice of you to bring something to the show for once.
I know. Listen, I had to give you time.
So it's okay to have different pricing in the store versus on the truck.
All right, so I'm working on it ish.
Okay.
I'm working on it. I haven't liked the fact that if you get a sandwich from our truck, it's not the same price as a sandwich in our shop.
I get it, and that's kind of how we are with festivals.
Yeah, and that's why, like, if somebody's going to charge me 10%, I'm not going to up my prices. So
right.
I don't think I've ever upped my prices.
But if you go to a McDonald's in Detroit versus a McDonald's in Newaygo, you're likely going to pay 2 different prices.
Probably, yeah.
Because of the cost to do business is different for that location.
Yeah.
Right. So when you do you have to do a whole new food cost based on your cost for the shop.
Oh, I am. I am.
You got to treat it as 2 different businesses.
Yeah, I'm completely. So what's killing me is bulk meat and then combos.
Yep.
So I've honestly looked at a lot of other restaurants because I cheat and look at other people's menus to kind of get ideas of. I don't really see, like, we have 1 meat, 1 side, 2 meat, 2 side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see a lot of that. I see, like, either individual plates. So you get like a pork plate and it comes with 2 sides, or brisket plate or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then people will say, okay, you can add on a $1/4 pound for X amount of dollars to make it a 2 meat plate if you want to, or a 3 meat plate.
Okay.
So I thought about doing that, is instead of doing like listing meats and doing quarter pound, half pound, and full pound, because that way they can add it, and I won't be. The profit margin will go up. Anyway.
Nope, I'm listening. I'm just waiting for the next message to come through after a hey.
Oh, that hey.
Matt. My guy Matt.
Hey, hold on, back up. Speaking of Matt,
yeah,
I saw Rich's post about like with him on the cans, and then I saw his one about like I'm having a hard time processing this. Was he sick?
So what happened? I was able to piece this together through. So as soon as he posted that, I saw the comments. That was, so sorry, blah blah blah. So I kind of pieced it together that he had passed. Being on this side of the state, we get news stories from this side of the state. So he, a 22-year-old young lady who was under the influence pulled out in front of him, and he hit the back end of her vehicle on his motorcycle.
Oh no! So to give context, it's a friend of, we'll call him a friend of everybody's in the barbecue community. He hasn't been part of the barbecue community in a while, but he used to cook with one of our favorite team members, or one of our favorite teams. And it was just a shock. Okay.
Best friend of our good friend Rich Parker, who owns the Barbecue Superstore. Yeah. His best friend. So, and to make it worse, Rich is on family vacation this week down south. So yeah.
Our condolences go out to his family, to Rich, to anybody that knew him. He was a good dude.
He was a good dude.
His brother is who I bought the smoker from. Yep.
They were in the barbecue business for a while. Yeah. Pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. So everybody keep an eye out for motorcycles. Motorcycles are my biggest fear when I'm pulling the trailer.
Absolutely.
Because it's so hard to see as it is, and just knowing that the ability to react fast on a motorcycle is so much harder, because you can dump it pretty easy. So yeah, everybody keep an eye out. It sucks.
And I don't even care if the motorcyclist is being stupid, and you might think he deserves it if he does it. But nobody deserves something like that. So just watch out. Watch out.
Nope. I feel terrible for the family. As much flack as I might get, I feel terrible for this girl. We've all had a drink or two and gotten behind a wheel, and we've all pulled out in front of other people under the influence or not. So she has effectively ended her life.
Yeah.
So
Michigan doesn't tolerate. That's one thing they've upped, is they don't tolerate under the influence driving.
And that's good, and I'm happy for it. But yeah, I mean, it was Angie and I were talking about, it's like how many times when we were in college, like, pretty fortunate that we've not been involved in anything like that. So
a dumb mistake costs two people their lives, and it's just watch out and be mindful of everybody out there.
Yep. Thanks for the uplifting note, Skippy. Yeah. Anybody else you want to talk about that?
You said a name, and I just went there.
So yeah, Matt's not going to come until tomorrow now. What the hell are you barking at? There's no one out there. There's nothing out there.
There's something out there. There's something. There's a squirrel, something.
Birds. But the birds are always out there.
How's the pool?
Great.
It's up and running, ready to go?
It's been up for like a month and a half.
Oh, I didn't. Okay. I forgot you have time. I don't. Never mind.
I don't have a lot of time. I made time to get it done.
So so we catered for an Edward Jones customer appreciation in the rain, and it went fantastic. A lot of older people. I made a joke with one lady. I said, "You're first." They told us, "You're first because of all the millions you probably have." And she's like, "What? What? Did they tell you to say that? Did they tell you?" Like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm 100% kidding. I don't know anything about your portfolio. Like, I'm just kidding. She's like, okay, I thought they told you something. I'm like, no, nobody told me anything. We did it with a taco truck. Taco truck was pretty cool. Realized a lot of taco trucks actually give out actual plates, like an actual plate of food. I didn't really think about that. But yeah, plate of food. We give out boats,
Mhm.
China plates.
We've had some people request that we did. I think we did one last weekend or the weekend before where they said, "Can we provide our own plates?" Sure, no problem.
We did a barbecue contest. Yeah. Very fun. Yeah, relatively okay. We got 14th overall out of 43 with a third in brisket. Cool new trophies. I finally got a glass blown trophy. It looks absolutely like an apple, but it's supposed to be a cherry.
The cherry, yeah.
Yeah,
Those are pretty sweet. I like those.
Thank you.
I always wanted a watermelon.
We talked about that contest. Like Mark and I talked about it for a while. The watermelon.
I was so bummed. I was rolling going into that event, and I was for sure. I thought I'm getting one. I'm getting freaking watermelon. We nailed the cook. I think the best we did was 6th in the category.
They only gave watermelons, I think, for like
top 3, first and second. Yeah, something like that.
I know.
Yeah, we were close.
Tom from Bad Habit and myself did it, and we got like one place out of a watermelon. So we got a ribbon.
Ribbon. And they were small ribbons. They weren't even like awesome ribbons. They were like
good ones.
like dollar store ribbons. Participant. I was like, God damn it.
Last week we worked hard. Food truck was out Tuesday and Wednesday.
Back-to-back days?
I know, right?
You're taking a vacation this week?
No, shop was open too. Because on Wednesday, after I got done with the shop, I closed the shop down and went right to the food truck thing.
Nice.
We had a food truck thing Saturday. Saturday sucked. It was hot. Saturday was hot. So we were out at our local Flavor Fruit Farm. One of the main drags, a Michigan byway called US 12, which will take you from basically one side of Michigan almost to the other. Had a state road wide garage sale, I guess. So anybody living on that road like popped up garage sales.
Yep.
I saw somebody get hit by a car. That wasn't cool. A bicyclist. I saw a lot of human frogger because you're going 55 down this road and there's cars parked on the shoulder. And of course, people think, yeah, let's go ahead and cross the road on a hill. Saturday night, I got my inner redneck on. Went to the local county fair and watched the demolition derby. It's changed since the last time I've been there. There was kids in Power Wheels doing demolition derbies.
Awesome.
It was quite fun. EMS only got called once, even better. And fun fact, my mom and her second husband got married in a demolition derby in front of 8,000 people at a local speedway. Made national news. They got married. They said their vows on the flag stand. And then my dad basically painted 4 cars on each side. So the bridal party and the groomsel party, groom's party,
wedding party,
whatever. The entire wedding party had a demolition derby with 8 cars in the middle of the infield. Yeah, my dad he smoked a lot of weed. So anyway, so that was fun. And then we closed down the shop yesterday to feed a bunch of runners that ran freaking, 20, 30 miles in 90-degree heat. I'm like, you're stupid. Generator shut off 5 times. I couldn't even have the air going. I had every window I possibly could open. A lot of bees because it's at like a winery. So a lot of bees around the grapevines and the orchards. Yeah, and I got a food truck event after this.
You got a what?
I said I got an event after this.
Oh, nice.
That's where I was. When I said I was coming hot, I went to the shop, made mac and cheese, came back, dropped it in my trailer in the warmer, and came up here.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
I'm glad you're so busy.
Well,
that's good. How was your first week? So sales first week of August were good then? So last week, you just said how busy you were last week, running the truck and
but
the shop.
Our best day at the shop was Friday. We did like $1,200 all day.
Okay.
Saturday, between the shop, which was open all day, and the 5 hours we were at the farm, we did $1,600 between us.
Okay.
No, last week, Sunday to Saturday, 8,900. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we were right about 10 last week. If you factor in the invoice that was paid last month for last week's event, but
no.
We had two. We had two for August that paid in July, but it's fine. I mean, so even with that invoice on our reports, we're still up 5.5% over last August, even without that, whatever, $2,200. So, maybe this early in the month, it's only $700, but.
Did you know the reports tab and sales summary doesn't include tips now? It's back to like normal, whatever your normal number is.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. So you should know.
I never looked at the one on here for the most part. I always looked at the one on my phone, which never changed. It was always just the straight sales number.
So I can tell you from August 1st to August 11th of this year compared to last year, I'm up 571%. I was still recovering from surgery last year.
Oh, Skippy. Way to go, man. Way to crush last year. Yeah, I mean 5.2 for us, you know.
Hey, that's nothing to scoff at. Like, I'm proud.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, we should. I mean, based on the outstanding invoices we have, I think we only needed to do an average of like $1,100 a day on our non-catering days to beat last year. So, July and August are our slowest roadside months. Thank God for catering. I'm looking at last August, and we had most of our roadside days that were just straight roadside days were $1,100-$1,200 for the whole day. You know, so it was hot last year. It looks like we might get a little bit of a break for a little while this week. But looks like it's going to be warm again by the weekend, which we have catering this weekend, so that's good. And yeah, it can be as hot as it wants next week. We're going to be up in the UP, so.
That's a UP in a day.
Yep. So yeah, we leave. We have a wedding. We have a wedding to cater Sunday. We leave Monday morning. We're playing golf on the way up there. Playing golf on Tuesday. Etna Wednesday, Thursday. Come back Friday. We have a wedding on Saturday. So. Ho hum, $14,000 a week. Ho hum.
Who's playing golf?
Me and Chris.
Just you guys? You're not bringing anybody else?
No.
Not sending Troy up there with you?
Nope.
Troy, I need you to be here by 3.
So, because I had posted, I think yesterday, that we were, get food this week because it's, we're going to be in the UP the week after. So yeah, I saw a post about being in the UP. He said, what's that schedule look like? I said, well, we leave Monday morning. You need to be here by 5 o'clock.
You can take a nap in the back.
Yeah. You're only going to get paid, though, for 4 hours a day. I hope that's all right. Pebbles, will you shut up? No one wants to hear your guff. No one. Not a single person. Thank you. Jesus. So yeah, things are good. Things are good.
Things are great.
Things are great. Yeah, so for us, we ended July up, according to the reports, $10,000. You subtract the 2 invoices, it was 7. So still up 7,000. We were at 49 for the month, roughly, give or take. So not a bad month. We're up. Excuse me. Oh, that was gross. Ugh. 10.8% on the year. We're at 266. So we got another, I don't know, what did we do last year? 430. Does that sound right? I don't remember. That's not right. That was too high. I don't know. We did some sales last year. I think we were 414, something like that. 10% got us to 450, I think. Anyways, so yeah, got another 150 to go before we hit last year's sales. Should be okay. Did some new specials.
Do you have a hard shutdown date?
Yeah, for the truck. It is, our last day is November 15th of regular operation. And then we have the day before Thanksgiving for the Free Bear and Hot Wing show. So
yeah,
our annual morning there.
With the new smoker, are you no, I'm a dumb question. Never mind. Please go.
There is no dumb questions. Please ask it. We won't hold it against you.
The dumb question, because I know your answer. Are you planning to potentially offer like holiday meals or anything like that? Because you have more capacity.
The thought is there, yes. Thanksgiving, probably not. That would be something once we get into the space that I'd be more comfortable doing it out of there. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we definitely need another smoker. We're going to need I think we're going to do another DW to start. Mostly because of space, because they're more compact than those rotisseries are. So I think that'll be a better fit for now without us having to knock down a wall or anything.
Yeah, no walls.
Out of the back of the kitchen there. So yes, for space reasons, I think another DW, and then we'll get something small for the trailer, just for those days that we're doing. You know, we have an overnight stay somewhere at a festival or something like that. We'll still have to figure out.
I thought about doing.
We'll have to figure out how to do like that at those Etna UP days. Figure out how we're going to do those. Because even if we bring everything up cooked, we still have to reheat it. And that takes a lot of space. A lot of space to reheat food for 200 people. So
I've been going through a possible restructure of my trailer.
Yeah.
Whoever's making food, because the warmer and the steam table is like right there, and it's right at the front like yours is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's no block, and it's hot. It's hot as balls. Even having the two fans that are pulling air out,
yeah,
don't do anything. So because I have the enclosed porch, I was thinking about putting the warmer out there and putting a fridge, like an actual stand-up fridge,
mm-hmm.
inside. Mainly because if, God forbid, not God forbid, if I do close down the shop, I still need the storage space because my garage is no longer available. So having the warmer out there just means that somebody has to walk out there and get it.
Mm-hmm.
I have installed one of those nice screen door things.
Yeah.
So that should help. And we don't really keep a smoker on the porch because I just use it for competition shit right now. But
yeah,
which would suck because if we do, I would take the smoker that I have at the shop and just put it on the back of the porch because it's big enough. So that would probably hinder some of my thoughts. But yeah, that was next. I was trying to figure that out. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
A lot of things have been going through my head regarding this whole shop thing, and like whether it's at the end of the day, whether it's worth it. Mom asked me a good question: is it what I thought it was going to be? And I like it because I like people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if I found a piece of land and let's say bought a food truck and just set it there and put a couple picnic tables out there,
mm-hmm.
wouldn't it really be the same thing? Other than
no,
I wouldn't have rain, or I would have to worry about rain, kind of thing.
Rain, cold, snow, heat, all the things that affect your daily food truck life. Like for us, you know, you don't have to. You have air conditioning. You have enclosed, sheltered space. You know. Just weird. So yeah, you're gonna lose all the winter months again.
Well, I haven't had a full winter yet. I only had the end of January. So
Right.
Figure out
But-
how that goes.
January and February are coldest months in Michigan right now.
Yeah.
So
And I haven't dropped for our full days, the number of orders we get per day has not
Mhm.
changed. Hasn't gone down, hasn't gone up. It's like 40 orders a day. I can almost count.
good. Good.
But it's
So
not- but I don't see that growth. It's like, when am I going to get to 50 orders a day? When am I going to get to 60 orders a day? When am I
Mhm.
actually going to need more staff there other than just one person?
Mhm.
Anyway,
so yeah, you just need to figure out different ways of advertising and getting community awareness to what you're doing,
yeah.
because what you're doing is reaching. I mean, it's gotten you to this point, but how do you get to more now? So, how do you pull people in from outside of the very small town that it is,
Yeah.
where you're located? It's a very small, quaint downtown.
I had
So
that.
you need to pull in people from neighboring towns now to get that growth.
I had DoorDash guy come in the other day and try to sell me on using DoorDash.
Why not?
I'll give you an example. Why not? So the top tier, so there's 3 tiers, right?
Mhm.
Top tier is 30% commission for them,
Okay.
give or take. And I know there's other stuff involved as far as
Mhm.
who gets what and how, but what I remember is a 30% commission. They also told me the max distance that I would reach is 10 miles. Well, from that, I'll give you an example. That from where I am, that won't reach my house. So the major town that's near me, Jackson, DoorDash, I would not be populated on DoorDash for people in Jackson.
Okay.
They said they might go 11 miles, but that still doesn't even get me to where I need to be. That's why I don't think it would work.
Okay. Have you looked at the delivery service through Square?
I'm trying to understand it. Nick from Twisted Street has kind of showed me a little bit of it.
Hmm.
I know they use DoorDash drivers, or they use any drivers basically.
Any drivers?
Yeah, and I know the lake community probably would like it because there's a huge lake community, but they go away after September.
Which is fine. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, Square, you're not, what you charge is what you charge. There's no huge commissions or anything like that. It looks to be the best of kind of both worlds. Because for Square, they're getting the bang from your sales,
Sure.
processing and everything like that. So that's where they get their commission. It all works for them. The more they process, the better.
But you don't have a platform that DoorDash does. Now, I don't know if you know this, but if you have an online store with Square, there's actually an app that you can download. Like a customer can download your app, press it, shows up on your phone like a shortcut kind of thing,
Hmm.
and it goes right to your online ordering.
Cool.
I didn't know.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So I put it on my work phone so we could see it, but yeah. The online ordering system is still funky to me. Still trying to figure things out with that. I noticed
Okay.
that some of the Square inventory has changed a little bit. And I think it's something that I did that now makes sense. Like I was selling wings by the pound. So that's how I listed them in there,
Mhm.
sold by the pound. I can automatically set, and again, it goes by modifiers or variations, one of the two. Like if you do brisket, I can put the amount of brisket in for the day, and then each sub item would take that amount of brisket for that item out.
Hmm.
So I'm toying with that. But it's setting up a completely new menu. Like it's not, instead of doing a category of loaded mac and then having like 3 things in it, you'd have to do a category of brisket with all the brisket items, or you'd have to do,
Yeah.
because
you can't, inventory doesn't work with modifiers.
correct.
So No, it doesn't work with variations unless they changed it. Because I have to break out, in order for it to work for me, I have to break out because I have my sides are that way. So I have the side and then two variations, a small and a large.
Correct.
And I can't assign a recipe to the variations. Or at least I couldn't. They might have changed it.
Can you assign a? Okay, I get where you're going. Let me get in here first.
So in order for it to come out of inventory, you have to create the recipe. Whatever all it includes. So for our sandwiches, it's a 1/4 pound of brisket, pickled onions, blah 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 blah. So that way, when we ring up a heifer, it pulls out the 1/4 pound.
Why does she have to be a heifer?
Huh?
Why did she have to be a heifer?
Who is a heifer? I didn't call anybody a heifer.
You just said when you ring up a heifer.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
You're the one being rude. What'd you say? Being difficult?
It wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't get angry.
I'm never angry.
Other than Aetna, has catering blossomed this year?
Yeah, we're up.
Are you?
Yeah, we should be well above last year's catering total, and that's with a significant drop in Aetna's catering sales.
That's great.
So, yeah, we just added on another one for the week we get back. Yeah, man, catering's great. We love it. We keep adding more.
Going back to what we were talking about with sides, so you have a variation or you have a modifier for small and large?
Variations.
Okay. So I'm in my side of mac and cheese. I have a variation for regular or shareable. Okay. I have it listed like units as per item. You can change it to like per pound or per ounce or whatever it is. So if your mac and cheese, let's say your small one is, let's say 8 ounces.
By volume, yes.
You know what I mean. I'm just by volume, yes.
But that's all. So, but for me, I want to be careful because that's how it's going to show when they order online. So they're getting an 8-ounce container. They're thinking a 1/2 pound, and they're not getting necessarily a 1/2 pound. So just for optics and clarification of everything. So that's why we go small and large. We don't go. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. You can keep the name as small and large.
Got you. Yep.
But you can put how it's taken out of your inventory as a weight or because there is a weight option there.
Yeah, I got you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyway, it's stuff that I was going to play with today and tomorrow.
But I only have per item, and then it's custom unit. My per items the only.
So if you click the custom unit,
mm-hmm.
You can create by the pound or by and you would just do it like you would have to set it like how you normally would your. I don't know how to fucking answer it. Because I've created obviously per item, I've created per pound, 3 bones, 1/2 pound, 1/4 pound, 1/2 rack, 3 for 3 bones to try to figure out how I can keep a good track of ribs. It's almost impossible to keep track of ribs if you sell by the rack or 1/2 rack.
No, it's not. Why is it impossible?
So if you got 1 rack of ribs, typically a rack of ribs goes.
Okay. So how we do it, we have the 2 items, a 1/2 rack and a full rack.
Yeah.
Right? The recipe for a full rack is 1 rack. The recipe for a 1/2 rack is 0.5.
Yeah, 1/2. Okay, yeah. I can do it that way too. I didn't think about that.
That's the same way we do all our brisket sandwiches and stuff. It's 0.25 for brisket or pork. And then when we do inventory every day at the beginning of the day, everything's in whole pounds. Or, we just put in the whole pound we don't put in units available. we do everything by weight in the inventory, or full racks. So we have put in 6 racks. Yeah, it works fantastic for us. So yeah, it's just the figuring out the sides and the best way to get that to look coming out.
Would you do when you open your place? Would you add more than just half and full? Like some places do a quarter, some places do by the bone.
I don't like it because then you end up with weird amounts.
I mean, I've done a quarter rack, which is 3 bones, but
because we used to do 2 bone sections when we did like sampler platters when we first started. When we did sampler platters, and you can get a quarter pound of pork, quarter pound of brisket, and a quarter rack of ribs.
That's what I did.
Or 2 bones or whatever. Well, we get towards the end of the day, and now we have a quarter rack left or 2 bone section that we can't get rid of. So versus, I mean, the way we do it now is we sell out of ribs almost every day. It's easier to get rid of a half a rack than it is, a 2-bone section and try to sell a sampler platter. And we used to, there was the time when we used to cut every bone individually, and we just figured a half rack was 6 bones, or we did 5 bones for a half, 10 bones for a full. And then we could kind of squeak out another half rack in there, sometimes. But then since we're not cutting to order, they get drier faster and blah 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 blah. But things that we'll do different with the store versus the truck. Yes, there's going to be things that are going to be different. What they're going to be, I don't know. I don't think we're going to switch how we do the ribs. I think it'll still be a half rack and full rack. Is there potential for like a platter to come back that's like a meat sampler or a family type meal? Probably.
Makes sense.
If somebody orders a full rack of ribs or a half rack of ribs and it's a sit down order, are we going to cut each one? Are you going to cut each one individually and put it on a plate so it's presented nicely? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Bernie, let's hear about your catering, how your thing went, man. Give us a quick update. Put it in there.
Yeah, fucker.
You don't need to wait for me to ask you. It's not like you're on the air with us. Jeez.
If you want to call him, go ahead.
So yeah, lots of possibilities of, lots to think through still. Still thinking that we might do actual dishes for sit down orders.
I can tell you that webstaurantstore.com has the absolute best price if you want. So I changed from doing those cafeteria trays to doing the aluminum pans. They're so much easier to clean. And they have the absolute best price on them.
Yeah.
Best price on them. In case you want to know.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So yeah, menu items are going to be potentially different. We will probably have some different menu items. Pricing could potentially be a little bit different. Not huge. It's not like we're going to be, $2 different for a sandwich type of thing. But quarters add up,
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah. But yeah, I definitely see that we will have probably a larger menu with more items. We did pork belly tacos this last week. Massive hit. Made a homemade pineapple salsa. Chris said it was one of the best things we've had on the trailer.
So good. I can tell you brisket tacos we've sold probably 50 tacos a week.
Yeah.
For some reason, people love them. We did our chicken tacos that we did at the Famous Dave's thing. They were sold pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I was underselling myself, having different menu costs for like technically the same item. Like I've noticed that other barbecue places, they'll sell a loaded mac, right? Pork, chicken, brisket, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they sell it for one price. So you get a choice of meat, but you get one price. So basically, sell it for the brisket price.
Yep.
Yeah. So morally, ethically, whatever. I don't know how I would say it. I mean, it's technically it's the same thing,
Yeah.
but it's more of a.
We've never done that. We've always had
I've
different
never done
prices
it
based
either.
on meat.
Yeah, I've never done it either, but
Jason said, well, last week was a solid week. 23,000 gross, 2 food truck events, and the rest was catered.
okay, it's not bad.
But so I thought you had like a 10-day stretch.
He had that Humphreys
Yeah.
run.
So that's a hell of a week. Yeah, that's humping, man. You're going.
When it comes to caterings, when do you know to say no?
When do I know when to say no?
Yeah, like on a specific day, everybody wants you. Like,
I don't. I struggle with that balance, but he's getting the hell weekend from July broken down for us.
I love that. We're thinking Hell Week because it's hot. He's thinking it because it is busy.
So I go based on menus, head counts. So, how many people can we serve in a day? Are the menus hugely different? So are we cooking 6 different proteins or whatever versus everybody wants pork and brisket, which is easier to do. So those kind of things we kind of factor in. It gets hard when people just have kind of placeholders for menus. They're not really sure. Head counts are very fluid. We're expecting somewhere between 100 and 200 people. So it gets harder to schedule extra on those. But yeah, we have a day in September where we got 3 weddings on the same day, and we're doing roadside.
So I have a day in September that it was the date of that Luke Bryan concert, which is now becoming a shit show. So I'm glad I didn't sign up.
Justin already has one of those days for next year. He says May 16th, 2026. He's been asked 6 times already for that date. Yeah, we usually get like a couple every year that everybody wants.
September 20th for me right now.
That's the day we have the 3 weddings.
So
we've turned down weddings on that day.
We have a 50th anniversary work party that we are serving 2 buffets for 2 hours. It's a 4-hour event.
Okay.
We're serving an adult buffet and a kids buffet for two of those 4 hours. I have to do cookies. Luckily, I got a baker. We have 2 drop-offs, and then we got asked to do so that one's from 12 to 4. 2 drop-offs are easy, and then the next one we just got asked for was a school wrestling fundraiser for 230 people. Brisket, pork, 2 sides, and barbecue appetizers. I kind of sent them
just do some little smokies and barbecue sauce. Get some meatballs.
I thought about doing like a barbecue charcuterie board or something like that, and just put it all on a big table with like a seafood boil almost. That may be that's looking like, if they say yes to that, it's $18,000 day.
It's a good day. It's a lot.
I reached out to anybody that's ever worked for me in the past, future, currently, and say, hey, keep this day open. It's all hands on deck.
All right. Bernie's got his help.
Talk to me, Bernie.
7-day total.
Okay.
$42,473.
Jesus.
3 food truck events were roughly 10 of that. And he says, never say no. Hello. That's how I got to Hell Week. Somehow we survived, but it was brutal. Insanity. Never again. Maybe. His 8-day total was 46,000. So
that being the 23.
That was last week. So this was 2 weeks ago. So yeah, he's done like 70 in 2 weeks.
You gonna take a break? You gonna take a break?
Nah. More money to be made this week.
That
Yeah, I mean,
hurting. I'll tell you what.
we it was kind of our mindset this year that we're not going to say no unless we absolutely have to. So if we could get the staff to run things, and yeah, we had to pull in some extra help. You know, Chris had his buddy help him do a couple of catering events. The September 20th one, we're probably going to have to get in a couple extra people. A couple of those dates, you know, I had sent to Pam early when we started booking them. So, hey, can you and Denny kind of mark these on the calendar, you know? So yeah, I mean, if we can get the staff and we have room to cook it, we'll do it. So, you know, never say no, figure it out later.
What Darren says.
So yeah, I mean, I really got used to, you know, those two early months where we had both smokers running. So, you know, Gert one limping along on the trailer, and then being able to utilize, you know, the CTO to do a lot of other stuff on some of these heavy catering days.
Yeah.
And now that we're down just to the CTO, it's like, oof.
Where's Gert?
It's still here, but really trying not to use it.
Is she retired?
Yeah. I mean, the flavor profiles aren't even close. So we don't want inconsistent food going out.
Well, you can throw your pans in there.
That's kind of, you know, at best we're going to use it as a warming to hold. But yeah, we definitely don't want to be cooking in it unless we absolutely have to.
What about your 7Q? Do you still have that?
It's in roughly this, and not the same condition, but the flavors aren't the same. You know, I mean, it's just not the same.
I get it. It's still pans.
Yeah. But I mean, keeping stuff hot's not the problem. It's cooking, you know, it's a lot of food to cook. So, and we can fit more in the CTO if we don't do it in pans. I know.
Blah, blah, blah.
But
Blah,
yeah.
blah,
Blah, blah, blah.
I'm wondering if I can call Fast Eddie's or Cook Shack and ask if there's a way that I can change out my racks to the newer model racks. So 2 weeks ago, I found out that the newer model of the one I have has 4 shelves going around.
Okay.
And then, you know, 3 racks per shelf. Mine currently has 5 shelves going around and 3 racks. The reason it's got 5 is my racks are only that wide. The new ones, racks can fit a full rack of ribs.
Okay.
Or a full pan this way. So I'm wondering if there's a way that I can take all that out and put a new one in, because I could get more. I think I get more capacity even with the 4.
Yeah.
Just by being able to cook, you know, 8 racks of ribs on one rack or shelf or what, however they're called. I don't even know what the fuck to call them. I did see a CTO rotisserie on sale the other day.
Yeah.
I guess they don't make those anymore.
Huh?
A CTO, so the half version of yours with a rotisserie in it.
Oh, with a rotisserie. Okay. The half for, okay, I got you. Yeah, you know me. He said he took the whole last week of July and went to Cape Cod. Jason did.
Oh, okay. So, beautiful area.
Did 66 in July and yeah. So yeah, good month. With those kind of purchases where there are a lot of moving parts, I prefer to buy new, you know. You just don't know. I don't care what people say. I don't care how much they clean something up. You don't know how well it was maintained before they cleaned it up, how badly it was abused, you know. And when you're paying that much money, even on a used item, like for me, it's worth it to have the peace of mind to go new. So, I mean, there is probably a handful of people that I would feel comfortable getting something used from, you know, but just Joe Schmo on Facebook who, you know, ran a hole in the wall on a whim barbecue place and closed up. Yeah. No, I don't think I would ever do that. So,
Nope.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's more money, but for the peace of mind, it's fine with me. I'll buy used other stuff. I'll buy refurbished fridges, everything else that we can, for the right cost for the restaurant space.
Yeah.
Because we can upgrade that as we go along.
For sure.
But I don't want to skimp on what is making us money. So yeah, everybody. That respiratory crap that's been going around hasn't really left our house yet.
You ever think that, like, before, like, I'm not gonna say you got rid of your other kids, but like they're all grown up now, right? And then you got this new family that you got a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's gotten worse than when you had kids. When your first kids were young.
No.
Bringing stuff. Really?
No. Yeah, Ethan and Alex were always bringing crap home. Always. Alex's class, her in elementary school, I think it was lice like 4 times with her.
Oh.
That she'd bring home.
Really?
Oh my God, it was awful.
Oh.
It was terrible. But yeah, they were always bringing. Colds and stuff are just so common.
Yeah.
It's all the time. So. Yeah, I don't know. Having the break where we had a break from, daycares and stuff like that. And I was like, well, there's always this stuff in the area.
Damn these kids.
But
damn them.
I'm pretty well, my immune system's pretty solid. So for the most part, usually takes a lot for me to get sick outside of a scratchy throat or something like that. So.
You look at it and say, "Get up."
Yeah, I don't shy away from germs, so my body's used to them. All these clean environments and air purifiers, and when your body's not exposed to anything.
I said that to a lady yesterday. She was like, she said something. I don't remember what it was, but I looked at her and I said, "You remember we used to drink out of the hose?" And she's like, she's like, "I know. I was looking at hoses the other day, and they said it actually says on the hose, don't drink." I'm like, "Go drink out of a hose."
I'm a firm believer that you can be too clean, and that as a society we've gotten too clean.
Yeah, there's no.
I'm all for hygiene and stuff, but good Lord.
There's no. Is it pestilence? Is that what the word is?
Whatever it is, but yeah, your body builds natural immunities to stuff, but it has to be exposed to the things.
Yeah.
So
there has to be something.
Yeah, get dirty, playing around the dirt. You don't need to wash your hands 47,000 times a day. It's okay.
I used to do all the time was get in the dirt, like just
yeah.
In the dirt.
You would think with they say like our phones are the dirtiest things we touch. You think that would be enough germ exposure for everybody? But, yeah. You think?
You'd think.
So yeah, back to. We had a couple. We did a couple events over the last couple of weeks. We had a fundraiser for the Hudsonville football team that we've done the last few years. Their golf outing. We provide the food for free. We get a foursome in return in the scramble. So me, Chris, Steve Rivers, one of our small silent partners, and then my dad, another silent partner, played in the tournament.
I've never watched your dad is silent.
Kicked back a lot of money in raffle tickets and stuff. Last year, I won everything I had submitted into the raffle. This year, we got skunked. It's a little sad. Really wanted a cool University of Michigan fire pit, but oh well.
We had, eh?
Yeah, we had a repeat customer from last year that you gave us. Coca-Cola in Lansing. We were back out there. Back out there this last week. And then Kellanova. We did so Kellogg's. The other branch of Kellogg's, who has now just been rebought. Or no, I think so. It was Kellogg's and Kellanova was the first split. So Kellanova bought a portion. I think so. Mars has just bought, I think, the other half of it. So I don't think Kellogg's proper owns any of it anymore.
Nah.
But anyways, so the branch,
They just built a brand new facility right in downtown Battle Creek.
Yeah, there's a lot of people wondering if anything's going to happen because Mars is based out of the East Coast somewhere. Yeah, I think they're Pennsylvania too. I think they're out there with Hershey. Anyways, the Grand Rapids division, their big company picnic. We were told 400 people was the expected attendance. Be us in another truck. They're paying for everything. So we gave them a $3,000 minimum tab, since we would have to make sure we had enough food.
Sure.
So we were planning on feeding 250 to be safe, 250 to 300 to be safe. We fed
65.
just pretty damn close. The other truck, about the same. Maybe. But yeah, no, I mean, all happy. They paid their invoice, left a ginormous tip still. And I told Chris, I said, that's the ones that are a pleasant surprise. Like, you guys should all be thrilled because it's very understandable for you to have one of that event, have the attendance be so low. You are so overpaying for those 100 people,
Yep.
for them to say, nope, we're cutting our losses. Sorry, guys, But yeah, they left a $500 tip, $520 or something like that.
Yeah, it's 17%.
Yeah, but still, I mean, we offer the custom amount, so I mean, they could have put in $100 or $50 or skip tip, and all of it would have been completely understandable.
I did the event I did yesterday. I did it last year, and so we offer a pork or chicken sandwich and like 2 sides. And because I've done a lot of events for her, I do $13. Not making a whole lot of a lot, but we're doing smaller sides. It's like an 8x8 container versus 9x9. So normally she doesn't tip on anything she does. This time, probably because she saw that I was sweating through every shirt I had. She did a 17% tip, which was good to see.
Yeah.
Tips
Yep. It's always interesting to see who does and who doesn't. Most of our company gigs do. Most. Not going to complain about Aetna not tipping at all. So, and I mean, the guys are on board, and it is much better to have those sales and no tip than, the other way around.
Okay.
So, and it's almost to the point where I am recompensating them for the day. So, I mean, they get little Aetna bonuses for those days that they work, just to kind of help make up. I mean, it's an easy day for them, easier day for them.
As they should. They deserve
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. So, but yeah, it's not anything like, oh, I can't believe they don't tip. They're spending all this money. Rah, rah, rah. Whatever. The better we do, the better everyone does. So I think it's finally starting to kind of hit home with everybody. We're not just sitting on piles of money in here.
So that's why I sent you. So that's why I sent you that video this morning.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that was posted in the Michigan Food Trucks and Catering group.
Yeah, it just came through right after you. Oh, my screen just went blank for a second. Yeah, it just came through right after you sent it on my Facebook feed.
Yeah.
I agree.
Think about that?
There are some overpriced food trucks out there. 100%.
do we have I guess, do you have something that he said in that video? So this is a video that basically a guy comes on there and says, where are the affordable food trucks? If he's paying $12 for a taco, I think that's highway.
Well, it's yeah.
$12 for 3 tacos. Okay. That might be okay. But,
and it depends on what tacos you're getting. Are you getting American tacos that it's just ground beef, some shredded cheese, and some shredded lettuce, like Taco Bell tacos? Or are you getting a quality handmade type of, experience, where there's actual prep involved? They're not buying seasoned ground beef. They're not buying taco meat, and just heating it up. They're not, or burrito or whatever like that. They're not getting pans of pulled pork from GFS and just heating it up type of thing. So I think there's vastly different levels of what we're talking about on what a value for $12, three tacos for $12. And I think the lesser versions are charging that because everybody else is charging that. So they're just trying to fit in with the pricing versus what they actually should be charging for their item. If that makes sense.
I would say that's probably accurate. Yeah.
I think
I charge $12 for 3 brisket tacos.
Absolutely. We were 10 for 2 tacos on the pork belly tacos.
Yeah.
And I had originally put 8. Chris made the first one, sent a picture. He's like, said how good they were. I was like, we could probably go 10, right? He's like, absolutely. So,
did you cook the pork belly like a brisket?
Not really. Like a brisket.
So I watch videos of just cooking it like a brisket, salt and pepper, and then glaze it at the end.
We used our pork rub.
Did you wrap it?
Used our pork rub, scored the fat cap, put it on no pan. For probably closer to timeline to ribs. So I think we had it on for about 2.5 hours. Pulled it off. In the foil, I did some butter, and then I did some soy ginger sauce in it.
Okay.
Give it a little flair. Yep. Wrapped it up, put it in for another couple hours. And then cubed it with some just a regular sauce, or barbecue sauce.
You did cube it. You didn't slice it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yep. Small cube. So and that's weird with pork belly because it's such a thick piece of meat you get these really rectangular, whatever that 3-dimensional shape is. But yeah, I think
it'll hold.
Yeah. And that's what I told Chris. I said, yeah, because we only used about half the pork belly on those tacos because I think we sold 10 orders or something like that before we were out of tortillas.
I know.
We only went through half the pork belly. I was like, well, maybe next time we do, we cube up the other half, like half of it right away. We can do a few orders of pork belly burnt ends.
Yeah.
Or even, we slice the other half. We do a double, we do a sandwich, like a brisket and pork belly or something, I said, it's bacon. That's the flavor we have. It's a bacon. So bacon goes with everything. Or we do a pork belly loaded mac as a special, something easy that we already have. We can just throw, pork belly onto. So,
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so pork belly is not hugely expensive. It's not cheap. But the time put into it, the homemade salsa, the non-ordinariness of the item for a truck that it's a higher end item, the perception is, so you charge a higher price. So, I don't want to say it because we have good friends that sell this stuff and I get that why they do it. For me, I'm never paying $9-10 for a lemonade. I'm not going to do it.
I paid $6 at the fair.
And it was
a big plastic cup that I get to take home.
But go through what's in that. What's your
it was sugar, ice, water, and half a lemon.
So how much is the cup's the most expensive thing they have there?
It was probably a total of like 80 cents. And
yeah.
$6. I get it.
Yeah.
It's the experience.
So Yeah, I mean those the snow cone guys, the shaved ice guys.
Oh, I gotta tell you. Sorry, interrupt. I gotta tell you about snow cone guy. So frozen paradise with the capital ICE, right?
Yep.
I see this guy walking out of there or past the trailer, and he's got this monstrosity, okay, of shaved ice. Okay?
Mhm.
The coolest thing about this monstrosity is what I called the cup bib. So he puts a cup in like a holder.
Uh-huh.
It's a plastic. It looks like an upside down cowboy hat. Okay.
Okay.
So puts the cup in there, then mounds ice on top. And then it's that plastic part has like a rim around it. So like if it melts, it's gonna go right back in the cup.
Oh, cool.
I'm like, it's a cup bib. He's like, you know what? I said, so what's your profit margin on something like this? He's like, well, I gave you a small, which is
90%.
He said 80. He said before we did the cup thing, because it's made by the same people that we buy our flavors from or syrups from. It was like 91. Now we're down to 88. But that cup thing is freaking fantastic. I'm like 88, like similar on business. 88%.
Yeah, so you got those guys.
Like
so yeah, I mean
88%. Damn.
I mean, yeah, I mean the costs are going up on everything. And meat costs more, so yeah. But I think there are definitely overpriced trucks out there that are pricing themselves based on what everybody else is priced at versus what their actual food cost is. I'm sure there are plenty of hamburger trucks out there and hot dog trucks out there that aren't using quality items or using, frozen patties that they're getting in bulk for dirt cheap, and they're selling $12 hamburgers, So, at the same time, if people are willing to pay it, then you're not overpriced.
Yeah,
Your value, the value of something is what somebody's willing to pay for it. So, yeah. And then you look at, me, who's like, I can't in good conscience charge people more for some items because it feels like I'm ripping them off, Like I still have a hard time for a $2 bottle of water that costs 14 cents, But then you do the contrast of, okay, what are we selling brisket by the pound for? That $1.80 that we're making on a bottle of water helps offset the increased price in the briskets.
I mean, even too.
Yeah. GFS came back down this last week.
They did. I know.
It was a sale price. I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going back up this week. I haven't looked, but $1.59 is awfully nice.
Mine has a hard time keeping them in stock.
Yeah. They shelves were pretty low of our cases because we have the walk-in now that has the cases in it. There was hardly cases in there at all this week, but the shelf was full of the single butts. So I was able to pick through.
Did yours change to Smithfield?
No, we're still on Swifts.
Ours changed to Smithfield.
I think. Pretty sure. Huh. Interesting. So yeah, but our new letter of intent has been signed for the lease. General contractor is in contact with the realtor to get in and start taking measurements and start kind of developing some plans of what we're doing. Got to get equipment list for him so he can kind of lay out the place and figure out what's going to fit and what's not going to fit. Brimley. Where's Brimley at?
Brimley or Howard?
No, Michigan.
Oh, no idea.
Sorry. Yeah, so that's kind of going. Still working on getting the final pieces of funding situated, but realtor's pretty confident that we can get keys somewhere in September. And then general contractor says we should be able to get everything done that we need to get done pretty quick. So he says he has a whole other crew that he can call to focus on this. I think we're still looking at a good possibility of December 1. So
Wow.
Area.
Wow.
Hopefully.
It's good.
Hopefully. And then, yeah, trying to make it through, break even through the first winter. I think our grand opening, I think December could be a pretty solid month for us. Just with our support from our regular customers and everything.
Yeah.
I expect them to all kind of show up based on conversations and stuff. So that'll help carry those first couple months, I think. But
Yeah.
hopefully be able to, yeah.
I'll envy you for a walk-in cooler.
Yeah, I think we're looking at an 8x8. Should be big enough for what we need, at least to get rolling.
Go big.
But it's space is the problem, because it's not an outside walk-in. It's got to be inside the space. So yeah, how big can we go without, inhibiting what we're doing, prohibiting, whatever. And it's not like we're far away from. It's not like we have to fill it with cases of meat. Like we can still get 2 orders a week and probably be okay, type of thing. And as long as we have room for.
Are you going to switch to delivery service?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I will probably still go pick just the extra cost,
I know.
So, we're looking at, getting another pickup truck next year that one's getting there. We'll probably hit 300,000 miles on it this year. So new truck. So, we can use the old truck to do, order pickups and stuff like that. In large quantities. Yeah, as long as in that walk-in, we have enough room for, 4 or 5 cases of pork, 4 or 5 cases of brisket, all the vegetables we need. Right now if we fill that fridge that's in my possession, we can almost fit enough in it for a week,
Yeah.
It's full, but we can get there. So, it's not unusual for us to have a couple cases of pork and a couple cases of brisket in there on a regular basis. So 8x8, that's 64 square feet.
That'll be good.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully, things are starting to move. I feel like I'm going to throw up most days.
Just wait.
But that's good. That's how it was when we were getting ready to do the trailer and kind of working through that process.
If you get the keys in September, when's rent due?
We have a 3-month renovation for
Ooh,
renovations.
Okay. Good. So technically your lease starts in December?
Yeah. So yeah, we pretty much get in and do renovations for free. We still have to pay utilities and everything, but actual lease. Yeah. Actual lease. Yeah. We have a 3-month renovation in there. So, the realtor's really good. The landlord's really good. He doesn't want to turn the building over right away. Like he wants people to succeed. So it works for him to set everybody up for success.
Yeah. And it's already, it's been vacant for a little while, so it's not like another 3 months is gonna come.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, everything's been good to work with. He's been good to work with. He's replacing one of the HVAC units that's 20 years old. The other one's 11 years old, which is going to guarantee for a year. After the year, we're responsible for it, which is fine. Originally, when we were talking, it was going to be more of a tiered kind of progression over 3 years, where the second year he's responsible for 75, I'm responsible for 25. But we've had some guys in there. Everything looks like it's in really good shape. Those units should be okay for another 10 years with proper maintenance and everything, as long as we're not trying to kill it. So yeah, and then there's an air exchange that we're not real sure about. So just get some other stuff in there. But yeah, things are moving. It's gonna be quick. Angie's got another surgery here in a couple weeks.
Awesome.
So got a lot of things to juggle. Lots to juggle. I gotta get myself another vehicle. Yeah, I gotta get a daily driver again. I miss having one.
It's only money every day.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, relying on everybody else to get around every day.
Every day.
So yeah, I gotta get that going. But anyways, yeah. Things are going well. It's gonna be a good week. Should be a good week.
Good. Let's make it a good week.
Let's make it a good week.
On a completely unrelated note, while we were going to sign off,
Wrap it up.
UFC and Paramount have struck a 7-year media rights deal worth $7.7 billion that will end the UFC's current pay-per-view model from 2026. The pay-per-view model will be dead from 2026. All events will be part of a regular subscription, including numbered shows. So if you're in the UFC, it's going to be just like wrestling.
Thank you for that update.
Otherwise, let's have a great
Uganda is also going from third world to one of the richest countries.
Diamonds?
Gold.
Ooh.
$16 trillion find. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot. Yeah. So good for Uganda. Hopefully that does well for them. Good for them.
The wrestler, the Ugandan giant Kamala, was not from Kamala. His actual real wrestling name before that was Sugar Bear Harris.
Awesome. Look at that. We've come full circle. Glad I could get you a segue there.
Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Follow us on social medias. Find us.
Yeah, we post there all the time.
You were sick. And I'm just sick in the head. Other than that, I'm going to go watch some cars and hopefully don't die.
All right, everybody. Have a good week. Skippy, you also don't die. So goodbye, everybody.